We are here. We are here. My guy Dave, can you hear me in the mic?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, I can hear you. We're ready to roll. We are live. Spencer, do we have levels over there, sir? I said, Spencer. Do we have levels on the camera, sir? Do we have levels? We have levels. Dude, it's here. The John Wall is here. The place is packed. It's live. I'm surrounded by the King family. It's a good place to be. It's a good place to be. We have a special showcase game for you guys here today as David gets situated in the booth. We have one of the premier programs in America here. Notable alums. They came to the John Wall 3 years ago. They brought Jalen LeCue. They brought Terrence Clark, God rest his soul. They brought Alonzo Gaffney. They brought a whole mob of dudes, and they're doing the exact same thing here again. Brewster, Coach Jason Smith does an incredible job with them, and they're coming in led by Matas Buzelis and Taylor Bowen. And they're playing the Burlington School, led by Coach Ryan Bernardi. One of the top young coaches. I'll just say it, he's one of the top young coaches on the East Coast. What he's doing at the Burlington School is legit. They have a high-level group of talent there, led by Avion Pinner, Zion Walker, Kobe George, Kenai Briggs, Mike Nwoko, and it's going to be a battle between these two teams. Dave, I got to ask you. First experience at the John Wall, what are your thoughts?
This has probably been one of the coolest experiences I've ever had.
Good.
Like this place is, First of all, I have not gone to a high school basketball game where there have been just so many fans, just so many people just amped and wanting to be here. And that's what's so cool about this event is that everybody that's here wants to be here. Like, yeah, there's people who are coming to watch family and friends play, but like a lot of these people are out here to see some good basketball.
Just to see it.
And they're fans of the game, and that's what makes it so much fun with this crazy environment. This showcase game, I'm hoping is going to be off the chart. Brewster, the Burlington School, TBS, in the last tournament they played in, came off a loss to Chambers. It was a really, really big game that we saw. And so my question is, what TBS team is coming out tonight?
Well, to be real, they have no choice but to be great because Brewster is that talented. And to be real, like, Brian Bernardi is from the Boston area. Just to say like this, Reed Ducarme, the four-star 2023 from Brewster, Ducharme. I'll probably bounce between the two pronunciations until I get a correction. But I'll go Ducharme. Four-star 2023 from Milton, Massachusetts. Same hometown as Bernardi. Ryan coached his sister in travel basketball way back in the day, and the dad actually hired Bernardi as that youth coach. So the connection between Reed and Ryan is deep. Boston's from this area, New England. So this is obviously the premier school from that area, and now he gets to lead his Burlington School squad in a showcase game against them. Now, a reminder, in the the Devontae Graham bracket, the Burlington School already won their first round game. They will now play Archbishop Stepanak, I believe either tomorrow or Wednesday in bracket play. I want to say it's actually Wednesday. So TBS gets a day off after this, and they got to come back and play two more. But nah, man, we'll see what we got going on in this one.
And what's cool about this game to me is that like a showcase game is something that you're not normally used to seeing when we're going tournament-style bracket. But when we see this kind of a showcase game, both these teams coming in here with a tournament mentality. But at the end of the day, obviously winning and losing, it's only going on the record. You're not knocked out of the tournament. Nothing like that's going on. And so it's just, let's play good basketball. Let's show the college coaches that are in the building what we are about.
Yep. Tip-off underway. I'll let you take the play-by-play from here, Dave. Let it roll.
TBS wins the opening tip-off. It falls into the hands of Kobe George. George going to drive down the baseline. They'll swing it to the outside. Shot from the corner won't go from Peterson.
Yeah, he didn't catch that one clean, and now Brewster's coming. Look at Buzelis.
A lot of big bodies. As three ball put up and knocked down.
First shot of the game, Reed Ducharme. Like I said, Ryan used to coach his younger sister, who's now a freshman at UConn. She had 24 points the other day. Definitely, these guys have a history, and it probably felt good for Reed to hit that shot early.
George able to lay one in. He'll get the first point.
That was Pinner that got that.
Pinner, my apologies.
No, you're all good. Avion Pinner, one of the most versatile players in North Carolina. Simply, probably the best switchable defender in the state.
Ball gonna fly out of the hands of Bowen. So it'll be TBS ball. So the Burlington School, such an explosive team when they can get rolling. As Kobe George will take it up the court. And foul going to be called before anything can get going. It's going to be a blocking foul. Foul called on Ducharme. Now here's George.
Walker using that strength.
Zion Walker trying to drive in from the wing. They'll kick it to Peterson. Now to Pinner. Pinner out to Peterson. Back to Walker trying to drive in the paint. And shot blocked. Bowen.
There is a line wrapped around the building right now for people trying to get in. It is one in, one out. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Ain't nobody leaving until after Hansel plays. And to be real, a lot of people are still going to be sticking around.
Quick inbound to Peterson. And yeah, Life Christian taking on Broughton. And then Chambers and Word of God.
Cool.
Couldn't ask for better matchups to follow this one.
It's going to be a great night of hoops, man. Only open night of the John Wall. Gets better and better every day.
Walker lost the ball as he went up, and you can hear that contact from up here. Foul going to be called, and he'll head to the line. Yeah, such special talent in Hansel. And I mean, I live in Charlotte. It's about a 2.5-hour drive. Whether I was working this event or not, I was coming up here to watch these games, and I was going to see the special talent that he is, like Christian. So first shot misses just off the left side of the rim. 6:18 on the clock. Brewster up 3-2. Now we're tied.
Yeah, Zion Walker gets 1 or 2 to go there. The Burlington School is going to have to play at a very high level if they want a chance to knock off this Brewster Academy team.
Driving down the baseline, kick it to the corner now, shot from the wing, just up on the arc, and it's knocked down. Reed Ducharme.
He is a sniper, folks. 4-star 2023 kid, just getting it done right now. Early couple buckets for Brewster. He has all their points. We'll see if he can add one more right here at the stripe.
So Ducharme looking for the 4-point play. Can't get it, but it's going to be rebounded by Brewster. Now they'll reset. Swing to the corner. Shot up for 3. Just long. Can't get it. Rebounded by Brewster. Under the basket. Able to put it up and in is Reed Bailey.
Uh-oh.
And right back down the court. Ball stolen.
Yeah.
Shot won't fall for
That was a
Bowen.
great rebound from Kobe George here. We'll see what they do.
So now TBS down by 5, looking to get something going. Zion Walker's shot's going to fall.
That's a tough pull-up from Walker, the sophomore. Big game player. Always shows up when it matters most for his team.
No shortage of talent on either side. Bowen driving. He'll kick to the baseline. Shot going to be blocked by Pinner. He took it right out of the hands of Modest.
Yeah, with Buzelis, I'm going to be honest, man. They're getting a little chattery out there. It's getting spicy. Buzelis doesn't like the chatter right now. We'll see as the Word of God boys roll in. They play in a little bit.
Modest Buzelis. So you wonder how a team like Word of God rebounds after such a tough loss against Gaston Christian last week. Last second inbound. Pull-up shot just outside the paint. Nice move and nice finish.
Buzelis showing the versatility. Plays the 1 through 5, regardless of the uniform he's wearing, whether it's here at Brewster or with Mac Irvin Fire in the summertime on the Nike EYBL. Just such a gifted player, ranked near the top in 2023.
Nwoko trying to move his way into the paint, and ball going to be knocked out by Bailey. 5 minutes showing on the clock. 10-5. Brewster leading TBS. He'll kick it to Walker. He'll try to find Nwoko inside. Nwoko using his long arms to drop that one in the bucket.
Brewster, or TBS is going tit for tat right now with Brewster early. Only trail by a possession. If they can take care of the basketball and hang around, they got a chance.
Bowen, and he's going to step out of bounds. It'll be Burlington basketball. Can Kenai Briggs will head into the game for TBS. Kobe George will head to the bench. So some notable college coaches in the building, I believe.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Head coach at UNC here as well.
Yeah, Hubert Davis is here. Steve Forbes is here, head coach at Wake Forest. Matt James, the former Bachelor, is here. There's a lot of notable people in the building. As TBS ties it up, Kenai Briggs off the bench. We know what he can do. Fill it up.
Kenai Briggs, one of the most explosive bench players in the state of North Carolina. Bowen inside. Buzelis slams it home.
The backdoor cut. Buzelis catches it in stride and raises it up for the flush. He gets on the board. Brewster up 2.
Modest Buzelis getting the building a little more excited here. Now Zion Walker working on Bailey. Shot won't go. Rebounded by Nwoko, and Nwoko able to tap that one in.
Nwoko's activity early, an encouraging sign for TBS. Big opportunity here for the Burlington School in a game like this.
Nice pass inside. Bailey's able to put it up off the glass.
Man, this Brewster team, they sure run offense. I'll tell you what, Reed Bailey, one of the 2 leads on the team, different spelling. Really high-level kid. I believe he's committed to Davidson, if I'm not mistaken.
Kenai Briggs trying to drive in the lane. Nice spin move, but shot going to be blocked.
They called a foul underneath on number 5, DeZonte Bowen.
So are the Bowens brothers?
That's a question I don't know the answer to there, Dave, to be completely honest with you.
I'll give you a break since it's that state team, but I'm kind of surprised.
I mean, dude, I'm going to be real with you. Like, I'm pretty surprised, too. Usually I tend to know these things, but unfortunately this time I don't. And you can't learn what you don't know.
Exactly.
Especially, I mean, you can, but, like, you don't know what you don't know.
Second shot knocked down by Kenai Briggs. So DeSante Bowen and Taylor Bowen both on the court with DeSante.
He's stuck right now.
Trying to swing it into the corner. It's going to be tipped and picked up by George. George Peterson, 3-ball.
Peterson might have some nerves. Normally these are shots that he's good with. Look at Buzelis in the open floor at 6'10".
Something to watch. Here's Bowen. Tried to get the alley-oop to Buzelis, but pass a little too high and a little too outside.
This time that would have blown the roof off of this place, as it looks like number 21, Bube Muma, is getting ready to check in for Brewster Academy. Amari Miller into the game as well for the Burlington School.
So both these teams, great depth getting into their bench. Walker working inside. He finds a wall. He'll kick out to Briggs. Briggs, step back 3.
Oh, wow. Kenai Briggs feeling it early. Brewster down 2. The Burlington School trying to defend their home turf, the Hoop State.
CBS with the lead. Beautiful drive and finish from Bowen.
Bowen showing a little razzle-dazzle on the left-hand finish at the cup.
DeSante Bowen getting in on the fun. Nwoko trying to work inside. Trying to make a move on Bailey. He coughs it up. It's Buzelis.
Uh-oh. He'll take his time here.
Smart move from Buzelis just to try to get something rolling. Now to Bailey. He'll give it back to Bowen at the top. Peterson working on Bowen. He's going to be able to escape. Kick to the wing. 3 fired. Couldn't get it to go. Aaron Clark. Rebounded by Peterson. Wasn't paying attention, and Clark came around and swooped it out of his hand, bouncing out of bounds. It'll be TBS ball.
Yep. TBS hanging around early. I think part of when you're playing against a team like this, well, one, it helps. I mean, TBS is loaded with Division I talent, just like Brewster is. And a lot of times you hear the name Brewster Academy, you think about some of the alums. Many of notable have come from Raleigh. You think about guys like Thomas Allen went up there, Devontae Graham, T.J. Warren. So many notable guys have gone from Raleigh to Brewster. So this is a familiar team to the people in this crowd, and the Burlington School is looking to hang with them right now.
Briggs, nice drive in the lane, can't get it to go. It's going to be rebounded by Miller. He'll try to swing it out to Briggs. Takes his time, and that one didn't look right from Briggs.
Nah, it looked like it went off the side of his hand. I don't know what it was. smoked the layup there, and here comes TBS.
Miller down the court.
Good Walker. Weave through traffic. Oh, he lost it.
Actually, you're right, that was Walker. And pass inside, couldn't get it to go as it trickles out of bounds. Sawyer Mayhew was the guy in the paint they were trying to find. So Miller will inbound to George. Kobe George, an exceptional talent, lining this TBS crew. Zion Walker now, working on Buzelis. He'll swing it to the outside. It's Miller. Miller shot off the front of the rim.
Kind of had to force a tough one up there. Kind of got caught in between and had to throw it up and pray for the best. Unfortunately, it was way short.
Little bit of a scoring lull here.
Yeah, scores stuck at 16. Let's see if Buzelis has anything to do about that. Uh-oh. Kobe George's going to try to punch this.
George, bring it down.
Kobe George with the back scratching jam. TBS up 2.
Kobe George bringing the momentum. TBS favor. Jeremiah Jenkins now. Pass, shot in the paint. Can't fall. Rebound, put back up and in. Mama.
Here's Pinner. Forces up a tough one at the horn, no go.
So at the end of the first, we're knotted at 18.
I think both these teams are feeling each other out. We haven't really seen one guy assert their dominance yet. Of course, Ducharme hit those first couple. It felt like Kenai Briggs was getting it going there. Then he had a really bad miss. So we'll see, like, which of these two teams establish themselves. Which of these two teams imposes their identity on the floor. Whichever one of that is going to kind of take the game over. I'm definitely curious to see if Buzelis and Bo Bowen get going. Relatively quiet for both of them. I wonder if they're going to start to run stuff through them right now.
He was kind of that catalyst as they were getting going in the first quarter. And you're right, just kind of that scoring lull. Nobody can really get a shot. Really, ever since Kenai Briggs kind of had that uncharacteristic miss.
Yep.
Sliding off his holding hand. Kind of been in a drought. Both teams going to head to the benches.
Yeah, they're about to come back out for the second quarter, man. I can't thank everybody enough, man. Not being able to have this event for a year was really, really difficult for all of us. I talk about it all the time, how much personally I owe to this event, and the fact that it helped. I mean, with our network doesn't exist without this event, and it just feels so great that we're back. Granted, it's a different location, but Wake Tech's holding it down for us right now, and the environment is booming in here. So excited to bring a great night of basketball and a great week of basketball to the 919.
And I gotta say thank you, and thanks to everybody at Hoop State letting me come on this year.
Oh, dude, you earned it. You earned your keep.
To experience this just amazing atmosphere in this amazing tournament. I'm looking forward to the next few days.
No, it's going to be great. We'll see what Brewster can do. Tied at 18 after one with the Burlington School.
Jeremiah Jenkins caught in a trap. It's going to be taken away by Miller. He'll grab it back. And jump ball going to be called. It'll be going the way of TBS. So the Burlington School, good start to the quarter. Pinner back in the game now. Kobe George.
TBS is a very big lineup on the floor right now. No Nwoko. But you look at the 3 guards, big, strong kids, and then you got Miller and Pinner on the inside. Pinner's going to spin away. Look out.
Jenkins working on him. Pass underneath. And Miller punishing the rim for 2.
Amari Miller and Kenai Briggs find a better 6th and 7th man in North Carolina. I'm still waiting. If they bring off the bench, this team is something. Uh-oh.
Miller up to Kenai Briggs. Is Briggs going to be able to do it? He'll lay it in off the glass.
The Burlington School is simply turning defense into offense. Active hands, staying in the gaps. It's leading to turnovers, and they're converting on the other end. They're up 4 right now as we are just over a minute in to the second quarter here at the John Wall Holiday Invitational. Also want to remind everyone that after the game, if you look at the panel to your right, you'll be able to watch the press conferences for free on YouTube. Oh, nice turnaround from Buzelis there. Couldn't get it.
Buzelis couldn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Walker, Zion Walker. He'll lead this team at the helm. Dump it off to Pinner. Pinner, nice spin move. couldn't get the finish to go. Whistle blows, foul call.
Brewster has got to have some pep in their step. They're kind of flat right now. The Burlington School's doing a real nice job pouncing on that, and we'll see how long this lasts.
4 fouls on Brewster, only 1 on Burlington.
Yeah, that's going to be a factor as the rest of this half goes down.
Pinner's first shot, just off the mark.
Yeah, this is not a game where you can leave points at the line. If you're the Burlington School, you want to build the lead as big as you can get it and see what you can do.
Yeah, we saw earlier, it almost came back and bit Farmville Central as they were only just over 50% from the free throw line, and it almost resulted in Greenfield being able to come back. Second shot, that one's through. So 1 for 2 on the trip. Down the court for Pinner. It'll be in the hands of Jeremiah Jenkins now. Rosales to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to drive.
They had a play to make there, and they didn't make it. They literally just made the wrong read.
Zion Walker, pull-up shot inside the paint, can't get it to go. Falls into the hands of Pinner, and Pinner's going to be fouled. He'll head back to the line once again.
TBS just has a nose for the ball right now, and there's something to be said for that. The other thing is, too, is as we just mentioned a moment ago, the foul count's rising. They only got 1 more or 2 more until they're in the bonus the rest of the way. Look for guys like Pinner and George and Walker to really be aggressive off that dribble drive to see if they can continue to draw the fouls.
First one falls in, so a pair of substitutions. An entire unit change for Brewster.
Yeah, the only guy to stay out there was Buzelis. I don't know if we're going to see him come out of the game tonight, as long as it's a close one.
So both Bowens come in. Reed Bailey. Second shot drops. 3 for 4 from the line tonight. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Bowen lines the court. They'll swing it around to Rosales. Rosales going to try to drive down the baseline. George stopped him. Bailey couldn't get the 3 to go.
Oh, nice.
Hard lay-in.
Hopefully both those guys are all right.
Ducharme. And he's back and active. First point since early in the first quarter.
Is Kobe George's hand okay?
I think that's what they're going to look at. They're going to take a timeout and make sure he is, because I mean he's holding that hand really limp and he's not putting any weight on it.
No, I was about to say I think Kobe might be done. Like, that doesn't look very good.
Yeah, he's going to get checked out.
That is a big, big loss if that ends up ending his day. I'm sure they're going to tape it up and give it a go. But, man, oh man.
So he'll sit down on the edge of the bench.
He's a tough customer. If he can play, he's going to play.
Peterson back out on the court now. Nwoko as well.
I think we're going to see, it looks like we're going to see Briggs, Walker, and Peterson all night long now.
There's Peterson. Can he knock that one down just a bit too far, bouncing off the back of the rim? Rebounded by Bowen. Taylor Bowen.
Yeah, Taylor Bowen, very gifted player, expressions kid. That shot's way off.
Charme couldn't get it to fall, rebounded by Pinner. Now Pinner trying to work on Brewster. Kick to Kanai.
Uh-oh.
He can't get it to go. Fast break down the court. They got numbers. And in and out. Rebound put in by Bowen. Taylor Bowen to be exact.
Yeah, Ryan Bernardi's not happy. He feels like his team's missing opportunities right now. And he's definitely got to try to connect with his team right here in this timeout to make sure they stay on track. You don't want the George injury to rattle them. And that is in his shooting hand. Granted, he's not a super high-level shooter, but it's definitely an aspect of his game you want to be able to have access to.
Exactly. Especially if he's on the floor, taking up playing time.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to give it a go. And they're heavily taping his wrist right now, but it looks like he's going to be all right. If you're DMing me on Twitter right now asking you if I can get you to the line, the answer is no. You should have gotten here earlier, as much as I can help you.
But I mean, this is we got people standing on the back wall. We got every single seat in front of us filled. We got literally almost 2 lines of people in the windows up there where the players are standing at.
Yeah.
Watching what's going down. So all eyes on TBS in Brewster. Gotta ask this question every game. Who's winning the uniform battle right now?
Ooh, you know, I think Brewster, but that could be just a recency bias because I've seen these TBS unis so much. They're both, you know, UA people, so, you know, shout out to Under Armour for you know, taking care of business with them. But nah, I'd probably say Brewster.
Zealous.
Lob it up.
Can't get it down, but the shot will fall. And so that's 2 alley-oops now that they've tried to get to Brzelis.
Yep, that one was successful. I think he wanted to dunk it home.
And if that one would have fell, I think the roof would have come down as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Now Peterson.
He's going to have to find a way to hit some shots today to help this team provide some offense, especially if, well, it looks like George is getting ready to check in.
Painter to Peterson. Around to Zion Walker, and Walker will take it back up top. He'll kick it to Briggs at the wing, now back to Walker. Zion Walker making his way in the paint. They'll dish it down to Pinner along the baseline, and ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Reed Bailey. So Amari Miller checking in.
Yeah, I think we're going to see. We saw a little bit of TBS go big in the Millbrook game. I think we're going to see them stay with 2 forwards and 3 guards, but we'll see.
Zion Walker gets that one to fall. Nice little lay-in from him.
Yeah, Walker going to always play with a certain edge, and that's boding well for him right now. TBS up 3.
Zealous to Bowen. Taylor Bowen. Back to Buzelis. Buzelis going to try to drive and use his size. Bailey going to be fouled on the way up. So Reed Bailey will head to the line and shoot 2.
I'm just going to be real. When you have the size of Buzelis combined with the wiggle and the IQ and the feel, that's when it gets spooky. And then you add the 30-foot range that he hasn't shown yet, that's when it gets spooky. And then you add the athleticism that he has, that's when it gets spooky. I think the thing for him is he's still on the cusp of putting it all together, and that's why I feel like we haven't seen him be ranked as the #1 prospect in that class yet. We've seen him kind of mid, back end, top 10, depending on where you look. I think if he's able to turn that corner and really add strength, I think we're going to see him crowned as the top prospect in 2023. Granted, he hasn't really played like it yet, but the appeal is just so obvious with his set of capabilities.
Kobe George loses that one, a bit of a grimace on his face as he lost it.
He's going to try to play through it, and I know Bernardi was going to definitely try to let him play through it.
Pass inside to Nwoko, tried to go around his back, but knocked out of bounds by Taylor Bowen. But in some visible pain, most definitely, and he lost that ball on his shooting arm too. So George gonna inbound. It'll be given to Nwoko at the edge of the paint, and Nwoko can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Brewster.
Yeah, that's definitely one that he would like to have back right there.
Charmin Bowen tried to drive inside. Desante Bowen.
I think this Brewster team has to settle in a little bit more. I don't think they're playing at their full speed. I know they're sort of a medium tempo team. They're going to try to push it when they can, but they're not going to force it. Good defense there from the Burlington School.
Taylor Bowen's inbound is taken away by Zion Walker. So Kobe George going to try to run his offense. He'll swing it to Briggs. Been in the game for a while now. Open 3, Zion Walker, count it.
He can do that, folks. Zion Walker can do that. I'm just waiting for the moment that sets this crowd through the roof. It's going to happen at some point here. Could be a Nwoko dunk, could be a Pinner dunk, it could be a Buzelis dunk. I'm ready for it.
We saw that Whitmore slam last game that really felt like that's what set this crowd off, and shot won't go, foul going to be called under the basket.
call that on the Burlington School on Miller. I don't think they like it, but
Not at all.
that's one of those plays where they kind of have to call it.
So Nwoko heads to the bench. Pinner checks in. Zealous. Nice spin move to get inside. And charge gonna be called.
Yeah, when he was kind of parked there for a minute in that second line. He was there before Buzelis took off. That was definitely a close call. But yeah, there it is. And there's no restricted area in high school basketball. So
Burlington School leading 30-26. 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. 6 fouls on Brewster, 4 on Burlington. And so we'll get some cleaned up on the court before we get started.
yes, you got to make sure that there's no wet spot, so that nobody gets hurt.
So Miles, you're pretty good at these previews. What do we got next?
What do we have next?
What do we have next?
What we have next?
Tell the people what we got next.
We got Hansel Emanuel. And Hansel Emanuel has one arm, and he's better at basketball than you if you're listening to this. It truly is one of the. I'm trying. It's really hard to put it on the right word. Put it into words. It's a combination of like inspirational, just kind of like awestruck, and at the same time, like the kid's a competitor. Like the kid's like, dude, I'm trying to win. Like I don't care about what I can or may not be able to do. Look at Pinner attack the basket.
Nice try from Pinner.
Yeah, like so, I do think that it's going to be something that this crowd has never seen. He's one of the most unique athletes, truly one of the best athletes in the history of the planet, regardless of sport, if you ask me.
That coming up after the conclusion of this one. Now back to this action. Ducharme.
Kobe George doing a job right now on the perimeter defensively.
He put a number on Ducharme there as he has to dump it off to Bowen. Bowen trying to drive inside.
He's got a beautiful shot. He couldn't get that one to go, though.
And they say George stepped out.
Yeah, Pinner's just got to take his time there. I know he was trying to force it up the floor so he can get out and go, but no need to rush that. Nerves are, even though we're almost at halftime, we're minute 24 to go, nerves are definitely a factor in this game with the crowd and the environment and all the light going on.
Inside to Bailey. Bailey able to put it in.
I'll tell you what, folks, he's going to be a gem at Davidson for Coach Bob McKillop. I'll tell you what.
He's got to be 6'8", 6'9".
Oh, he's definitely. I was going to say he listed it, but they don't have him listed, a height listing right now. But
we'll take a guess.
Nah, he's the goods.
George trying to drive it and do it himself. And that one heads off the side of the backboard. In transition, Ducharme to Taylor Bowen. Bowen slings it across the floor.
Brewster needs to find more from Taylor Bowen. He hasn't really had a ton of opportunities, but he's one of their main guys. They need him to get going.
Clark to Taylor Bowen off the back of the rim.
30 seconds to go until the half. We'll see what TBS does here. Walker looks like he's attacking, and he is.
Walker dribbled through a couple defenders, but can't finish.
Uh-oh.
The court.
Oh.
And thought about dunking it. Kobe George was steaming behind him, but Taylor Bowen puts in the easy lay.
What a mid-air adjustment from Bowen. TBS has 8 seconds to work with. We'll see what they do with Briggs.
Kenai Briggs. Stepping back. Gonna drive. Briggs to the basket. Beautiful finish at the buzzer. What a way to end it. 34-30. As the Burlington School heads into halftime with a 2-possession lead.
What a take from Briggs to the basket. As we come up towards the end of the half here, the game is going back and forth. At this point, this is the Burlington School's game to lose. They're in control right now, and they're not even playing their best basketball. They're making some mistakes. But we'll be back with you guys in about 10 minutes and see how the second half goes down. We are back. We are back. Second half of action underway. I got everybody standing up right now in front of me, so I can't really see, but it's no good. It's all good because there's no games going on. Man, Miles and Dave here on the call. The Burlington School. This game feels kind of weird. It feels like the game almost hasn't even started yet.
It's been so fast paced.
It's been very fast. It's helping us catch up on the time.
It is.
To be real, because we're running a little behind tonight. I don't think the last game is going to start until, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if the Burlington School, how do I phrase this? I don't think Brewster's going to win this game if they come out and play the half that they did, because I think the Burlington School is actually better than what they showed. So we'll see. We want to definitely monitor Kobe George's wrist. He's got an arm sleeve on it now, on the whole arm. But it's been a collective effort for the Burlington School. If you look at the stats, it's been, like I said, collective. Kenai Briggs has 11 in 12 minutes. Zion Walker with 8, Avion Pinner with 7. So we'll see what they're able to do here down the stretch against Brewster. Second half underway. Dave, take it away.
DeSante Bowman and Brewster get it started. They'll kick to Bailey outside. Reed Bailey, splash down. 3 ball up and good, so TBS lead now down to 1. Like you said, Kobe George still feeling some pain. He's clenching his fist there as he passes that one to Pinner. Pinner going to try to drive.
Good defense there from Bo Bowen to cut him off.
Zion Walker now. Walker, ball swatted away.
Yeah, a lot of contact, no call.
Picked up by Brewster.
Say Bo Bowen's got a head of steam here.
That ball knocked down. Descharme from beyond the arc, and now all of a sudden 6-0 run. Brewster's got the lead.
I say you just look at that, and I mean, I'll just say this, man. Like I said, this Brewster team can go get it in bunches. They're off to a strong start with a pair of tray balls here early. The Burlington School now back on their heels, down 2. If they want to win, they got to believe. And that's not the start that they needed. The 54 seconds of the second half, that's not the start that they were looking for.
So obviously the condition, Kobe George, something to keep an eye on. No wrist, no tape around that wrist anymore.
No, he's got tape on that wrist. It's under an arm sleeve.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it was on his other arm. I could be wrong.
Oh, no, you're right, you're right.
He doesn't have any tape.
No,
he had that sleeve on.
I was wrong. So maybe they iced it up and threw some heat on it, and now he's ready to go. But yeah, there's no tape on it now.
But I mean, we can see he made a pass down on the other side of the court, and he just clenched his fist. You can tell he's in a bit of pain as he dribbles up.
He's got to keep it pushing, and we'll see. I'm sure we'll see Kenai Briggs come in at some point here soon.
So Pinner to Walker. Zion Walker to George. Thought about it. Now he's going to drive. He'll dump it inside to Nwoko. Center of the line.
I mean, Kobe George used the shot fake to create enough space off the bounce and got it done. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That was a great finish underneath from Big Mike. We'll see if he can connect at the line to give the Burlington School the lead back.
Able to sneak it in there.
I think you look at Mike, his physicality, he really is a specimen. Just another big-time name in North Carolina's 2023 class.
The Bowens headed up the court. Now the hands of Taylor and stepped up.
I feel like everyone in this crowd is just in anticipation of a big moment happening.
That's kind of how it felt like for the entire third quarter of that North Met game.
Yeah,
That's kind of the feeling it had.
Yeah, I was actually upstairs handling some business, but yeah, no, that's definitely it's one of those things. Buzel's going to step in and launch one. Just
off the front of the rim, rebounded by Peterson, and Peterson on the floor has it kind of taken away from him, and he got his head bounced against the court. As Bowen kind of dove on top of him and tried to get the ball.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right. It's Shane Peterson. At the end of the day, he's just gonna re-roll his shorts and check the ball in because he doesn't know anything else to do. We'll actually give him a break and let Briggs come in.
So Kenai Briggs could be the X factor in this one for TBS. I mean, like you said, Briggs and Miller, two possibly the best 6 and 7 guys in North Carolina.
Yeah, I actually think Peterson hurt his ankle when he fell. See him reaching on the bench, grabbing that foot. I wonder if that's the issue. Getting the floor swept right now. Kanai's clapping for him, encouraging the floor sweeper, just making sure that he feels like he's a part of the whole show, which is what we want.
Hey, he does a pivotal role, man.
Oh, dude, we couldn't make it without him. Like I don't know what we'd do without our guys sweeping the floors.
Listen, I've been there before. I've done that role.
Oh, I mean, if you're in basketball and you haven't done that, then did you really work in basketball?
Now TBS getting the offense to work. Zion Walker spin into the paint. He'll kick it back out after meeting a wall. Briggs, 3, won't go. Rebounded by Bowen, and whistle gonna blow.
Kind of a quick whistle there. There was definitely some contact. I thought they might call Pinner for over the back, but he didn't really reach over anything too crazy. Word of God boys rolling in. They take on J.L. Chambers tonight, and what's going to be a doozy. 8:30, but before that we got Broughton taking on Hansel Emanuel. Such a special talent.
Zealous to Bowen. Into Taylor. Driving inside is Reed Bailey.
Man, Reed Bailey showing everyone what he can do. Like I said, going to be a star for Bob McKillop. Pinner's got to be stronger with the ball and more calculated on his drives.
Open 3 ball. Ducharme knocks it down. He'll give it 3 signal. And a quick pass up to Nwoko, who's in the game.
Ducharme showing that ability to stretch the floor with the jump shot.
And, you know, this may just be me, but that feeling of like something's going to strike, I feel like it's a little bit in this game, but I also feel like it's the anticipation.
It's definitely the anticipation of Hansel coming out next, but there's still enough players on the floor in this one to make some exciting things happen. But we'll see how it shakes out. Right now, it just feels more competitive than anything.
One of those guys exciting to watch would be Kenai Briggs, but he'll turn it over.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird one.
Five minutes, 21 seconds. TBS down by 4. They led it 2 at the half. Brewster going to work. Kobe George on Ducharme. Now to Bailey. Into the corner. It's Rosellis. Little step back move. Beautiful footwork. 3 taken, can't get it to fall.
Like I mentioned earlier, the size and wiggle is what makes him so dangerous. As George goes up and has it blocked away.
George hits the deck. Foul going to be called on the putback. So George hanging out with the camera guys for a minute before his boys come to help him.
He's hanging out with Corbs and Kay, 2 of the best around, 2 great people, great videographers and photographers, just great digital media creators. But it's one of those things where TBS just has to stay the course. They had such a successful first half. Bo Bowen's going over to the trainer. Maybe he's got a cut, but he's going straight back. They're going to get that addressed for him ASAP. Could be a nosebleed or something. But it looks like he's fine. Went over there and was like, I need to get this taken care of. I'm going to be right back.
Like you said, this is TBS game to lose before the half. I mean, they have felt like they've been in control for the majority of the game, and now Brewster's come out and kind of taken that away from them.
Well, they've had too many lapses defensively, and credit to Brewster for creating that. But you look at some of the shots that Brewster's knocked down in this half, and it's a lapse. Like they gave up too many open looks, and you can't let a team of this caliber, especially the shooters. Like you look at like through the lineup, like Ducharme, even. Like there's multiple shooters on the court for this team, and they're going to have to close out with purpose, and they can't be missing free throws like this, or they're not going to have a chance.
Nwoko went 0 for 2 from the line. 3 ball from the corner won't go. Clark couldn't get it to fall. High pass for Kobe George. George going to drive. He'll swing it to Briggs. Kenai Briggs.
Using that triple threat, got stuck and cut off short corner.
Now to Zion Miller. It's a Pinner. Pinner thought about it, now he's going to drive. He'll take it, but he's going to lose the ball. Picked up by Clark. Now up to Bowen, and Bowen a beautiful finish.
Did it through the contact. That's a turnover, I was about to say. They got Pinner thinking too quick on the inbound. He's got to relax and let that develop. He had more than enough time.
TBS got to take a breath, just slow down.
You look at the size throughout the lineup for Brewster. You know, you got Ducharme, who's like 6'7", 6'8". You got Bo Bowen's on the bench right now. He's actually getting that injury addressed. But you got Buzelis at 6'9". You got Reed Bailey at 6'10". Like they have a lot of size, and that can definitely trip teams up.
Nwoko, he's going to swing it out. So they'll throw it around the arc. Spinning pull-up, Zion Walker.
That is a tough bucket from Zion Walker. Loves to spin, is really good in the short mid-range area right on the outskirts of the paint with that jump shot, especially off the dribble. That's an asset, and that's a next-level translatable bucket for him.
Ducharme, kick out to Bailey, wide open three, just off the mark.
TBS has got to secure rebounds here.
Bowen, kick it, that one to fall, and it's going to be TBS ball.
So I think that went off the fingertips of Buzelis, but regardless, that rebound was not secured, and these two teams definitely have to figure out, or at least not these two teams, TBS has to figure out how to secure rebounds in traffic right now if they want to win this one. But it's still anybody's game at this point.
My bad, didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
4-point lead, Brewster over TBS, the Burlington School. 3 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock. Neither team really in some foul trouble yet. 3 fouls for Brewster, 2 fouls for Burlington. So nothing really to worry about there. Now, once we get in a later game, maybe a little more pivotal, but it's been a pretty clean half so far. Obviously, the things to keep an eye on, Taylor Bowen having an apparent injury. He's
in the huddle, so
he's in the huddle now.
I would imagine he comes back into the game at some point here relatively soon.
And then Kobe George has not taken a shot since that wrist injury that he went down with. He's been on the court a good bit, but he has not taken a shot. He's just kind of been commanding the offense, trying to get some kind of play running, trying to get some kind of bucket in for his teammates, making and creating opportunities. And that's what he's so good at doing. And like you said, he's not necessarily a shooter, but having that out there and having that versatility is really, really big.
It definitely is. It definitely is, and you're completely right about that. But I do think that, they're sitting him down right now. Having a non-shooter, especially a guy with an injured shooting hand non-shooter, initiate your offense can make things difficult from a spacing thing. TBS has done a great job navigating it so far, but we'll see what they do with George out of the game right now and see if he can get back into it.
Zion Walker leading at the helm. He'll kick to Kenai Briggs on the wing. Now to Miller in the corner. Back to Briggs, now in the hands of Walker. Walker's going to try to work on Ducharme. Kick it back out to Miller. And
nice
Miller.
Change of pace, little in and out, scoot through the lane and finish underneath. Amari Miller, great skill level for a 6'7" forward.
Fresh legs off the bench come in handy. 2-point deficit. Brewster. Good ball movement. Peterson knocks that one away, and a foul's going to be called on him.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Peterson reaching in, called for the foul.
You're joining at home because you couldn't get in or couldn't make it today. Got to come out tomorrow. It's going to be in a crazy environment, maybe even better than today.
I was going to say tomorrow's going to be bonkers. Wednesday's going to be bonkers, and Thursday, you better believe, is going to be absolutely nuts, especially if you consider some of the bracket possibilities.
Desante Bowen fouled on his way up, so he'll head to the line. Yeah, I mean, we got, let's think about this for a second. Getting to see Word of God play Chambers already, I mean, in general, that's a crazy matchup. But to get it in the first round of this tournament,
I mean, it just shows the strength of the TJ Warren bracket, and we'll see it tomorrow with the 3 other first-round games. Like, I think the most notable from a competition standpoint, it's going to be a battle, is without a doubt the matchup between the Boozer brothers and the Ellis brothers. And you think about the narratives with that one, the fact that you have Eli Ellis at Moravian blazing his own trail, his younger brother Isaac knocking shots down and making big plays against kids 4 or 5 years older than him. And then you also have Carlos and Caden Boozer, 2 of the top 20-25 prospects in the country. It's just going to be a movie in here, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Amari Miller's pass inside intended for Nwoko, taken away by Brewster. 3-ball from Clark in the corner, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Peterson. Peterson tries to get it up, and there's Bowen. He's back in the game.
Yeah, he just might have rolled his ankle too.
Tried to Euro step, couldn't get that to go, and it did look like he has a bloody nose. He's got something.
Yeah, he's got the stuffing in his nose, and he definitely just planted awkwardly and rolled his foot. Yeah. So it's been a bad luck Brian type game. for Taylor Bowen. He hasn't really had it going. He's got 2 injuries now. So hopefully he can kind of right the ship here as Reed Bailey's going to go to the line and try to add to the Brewster lead.
First one knocks it down. And that's, especially like those type of injuries, like a nosebleed, like that just sucks if you're a player that you got to go out for something you can't control. Unless you got a broken nose, but I mean, stuff like that, it's annoying. Hate when you can't help your team. 5-point lead now, 46-41, 2 minutes to go in the third. Zion Walker to Kenai Briggs. Briggs down the baseline, spins in the paint. He'll kick it to Pinner. Pinner trying to get some spin off the glass to knock it in, but can't. He's going to be fouled.
It was a nice cut there from Pinner. Obviously dealt with the contact and couldn't get the bucket, but anytime you have the chance to really run in with a full head of steam at his size and athleticism, his ability to finish, it's typically going to yield good results, and now he's just got to capitalize here at the stripe. Bill, hey Lee, excellently said, Bill.
Able to get it down to a 1-possession game, knocks that one through. Those are going to be huge for TBS down the stretch.
Yeah, definitely being able to knock it down is big. 1:51 to go in the third quarter. It still kind of has the feel of a game where neither team has asserted themselves. Not one individual player has asserted themselves, as Pinner misses that one. Rebound out to Peterson, though.
Peterson's able to pick it up. He'll kick it out to George, and George going to drive in. He's got his first point since the injury.
I was saying, yeah, he had a strong rip right there. No resistance on that second line help-wise. And yeah, that's basically it.
Bowen, Obama. Side to Bowen. Clark. Wide open 3, knocks it down. Timeout. Brewster. Minute 21 seconds. Brewster leads by 5.
Yep, and for those watching at home, we are a little behind schedule today. I think we're probably, give or take, an hour. We'll see how the rest of this one goes. But that just means we get to spend more time here with our friends and family here at the John Wall Holiday Invitational. And like you said, there's no place we'd rather be. So you might as well post up and hang out and enjoy it. Because I'll tell you what, it's been one in, one out for a while, and I feel like this is going to be the least busy of all the 4 days we're here at Wake Tech. Obviously, we're not at Broughton, so the gym isn't nearly as big. But I'll tell you what, man, the environment is off the charts in here, and as soon as there's a big-time play, this gym is going to shut down, unlike we've seen it before.
We saw it in a couple games, and even though we're an hour behind schedule, we're an hour behind schedule because of how good these games have been so far. Yeah,
it's been competitive. The refs are calling it tight, and you know, it is what it is. We're going to make it work.
Now back to the action on the court. Pinner will kick it to Peterson in the corner. He'll take it back out. He'll try to get something rolling. Peterson to George, inside to Miller. Miller, no-look pass to Kenai Briggs off the glass.
You know, Miller and Briggs have been playing travel ball together with Team CP3 for a long, long time. It's telepathic. They know where each other are at all times. You'll really see those two not connect on a pass that they try to rank or a play that they try to make. And they got TBS back within 3 right there.
Taylor Bowen back out on the court, and that's going to be going TBS's way. Still can see he's not 100% on that ankle, but good to see he's out there and he thinks he can play.
Well, I mean, look, this kid's not, I mean, he's a high-level kid. He's not going to duck from anything. He's going to keep playing. And we'll see if he can hang on here and continue to try to help his team. Uh-oh.
Ball taken away from Amari Miller. It's a scramble down the court. Kenai Briggs is able to pick it up.
He was easily able to bump Buzelis off his spot. That's where we was talking about how Buzelis needs to add that strength. But I'll tell you what, if he was able to get that ball, the roof is coming off.
Might come off here.
Nice.
Taylor throws it down.
Bowen with a nice finish.
And we're fast down on both sides. Pinner landed a bit awkwardly, but he gets up. He's all good. He'll head to the line to shoot.
I don't know if he's all good, but he's good enough to go to the line and shoot the free throws. He's going to limp a little bit. They might get him a sub and bring Big Mike in. But right now, this Miller-Pinner front court has been the answer for the Burlington School. I think Nwoku's going to come give Pinner a break. Actually, no, he's going to give Briggs a break.
So Briggs will head to the bench. George got replaced. He got confused.
I know. Now here's that big lineup that TBS is going to look to close the quarter with defensively.
8.1 seconds showing on the clock. Shot up off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Brewster. Clock will roll. Pass to the corner. Shot up off balance. Can't get it to go is Clark. And so we'll head to the fourth quarter. Brewster leading Burlington 51-48.
This is anyone's basketball game here at the John Wall Holiday Invitational. The talent of the Hoop State showing that they can play with anybody in the country. We'll see how it goes down here. The foul count's 5-5. The count on the scoreboard's 51-48, and we got an 8 even on the clock. So I think it's at the point now where TBS has to play aggressive. The game has gone back and forth. I think TBS needs to actively try and assert their dominance and try to take control of the game. For Brewster, they need to find a way to get more production out of Taylor Bowen. I know he's ailing a little bit right now, but he's the big-time 5-star. And between him and Buzelis, they have not produced at a super high level today. If they're able to get it going a little bit, that should change, and Brewster should win this game. This is the moment here where, for each of these teams respectively, the big-time guys have to show up. And now it's that crunch time, and this is where, with the big-time players, these are the time of moments and the kind of events that they want to play in.
It's just a showcase game, but it's got to feel like this is a championship matchup. These teams have been going at it for days. The Burlington School, I mean, this is just such a great opportunity for them to make sure that everything is tuned up. Even though they've already played one round, really good opportunity to make sure these guys are tuned up and ready to head into round 2, playing tomorrow or on Wednesday.
No, definitely.
So Bailey, Bowen, we'll get started with Kobe George to start the fourth. Wilco in the game. Had limited playing time in this one so far. They swing it to Zion Walker. Walker to Peterson.
It's a big shot.
Peterson can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Brewster. Ball on the floor.
Yeah, they haven't gotten Peterson going yet, and that's going to be something that I'm sure when they look back and watch the film, they wish he was able to hit some shots. Might have gotten over the travel there.
And working his way in the lane is Bowen. He can't get it to fall. 7:25, three-point game. George to the basket, puts it in.
So that might have gotten deflected and off the block, but Kobe George straight line with the left hand. That's his second layup like that of the half, and the TBS is back within 1.
Good to see George getting involved again, at least on the scoring half. Now Bowen inside to Bailey. Bailey using his height to his advantage, able to put that one in off the glass.
I'll say it. I've already said it a bunch, and I'll say it again. Bob McKillop, you got yourself one with Reed Bailey. The 6'10" forward does a bevy of things, and has a no frills type game.
6:50. Round to Walker, now to Nwoko inside.
He loves that baseline spin as he goes up, trying to get the N1. Nwoko, when he gets on that left block, he loves to spin back baseline and use his strength on his shoulders to just raise up into guys and finish. Draws the foul there. He'll have 2 at the stripe. Whoa.
Last trip to the line, 0 for 2. So he'll look to try to change that up.
You cursed him. It's all your fault, Dave.
It's my fault.
What are you doing, bro?
He doesn't know who I am. It's my fault.
He might, dude. You might. He's
gonna know me after this game.
I'm gonna say you're a big time guy. I don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't know me. Big one right here. See if he can get it.
Got to knock this down. And it gets it there. All right, I'm gonna let you just kind of speak about. I'm the guy who curses. You're the guy who resurrects.
I've had my. Trust me, Dave. I've had my fair share of broadcaster curses at the line. I just know not to do it in big moments.
High arcing shot won't fall. Racing back up the court is Kobe George in transition. Peterson, can he get this one? No. Great putback.
Pinner and Nwoko were right there together, and now we're all tied up at 53, a.k.a. 0-0 with 6 and change to play.
Ducharme to Buzelis in the corner. Buzelis just off the mark, picked up by Miller. or Walker. Correction. Walker driving inside. Foul going to be called as he tried to Euro step his way in.
Definitely, and Kenai Briggs is coming back into the ball game right now. I'd imagine he gets Peterson, but we'll see what they decide to do.
Just under 6 minutes. Something to keep an eye on. 7 fouls for Brewster. 5 for Burlington.
Yeah, so 1-on-1 here for Walker. It was actually Miller that Briggs got.
Able to take the lead, and they do. Second shot, up and through. 2-point lead for TBS. Now Bowen. To Taylor Bowen. Bailey to Charmaine. Inside to Bailey. Beautiful ball movement.
That's unbelievable offense from Jason Smith and Brewster Academy. And now we're all tied up at 55 apiece. This is going to be a big-time game down the stretch.
Kobe George. Nice pass inside to Nwoko. Has that one ripped away by Bailey, but he's going to draw a foul. So Nwoko head to the line and shoot 1-and-1.
This has been a slow-paced, methodical basketball game. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm really intrigued to see how the last 5.5 minutes go.
Well,
just because it's such a, it feels so possession by possession. Like every basket, every point feels monumental, just because of the way that this game has flowed. And now I want to see if that sustains.
Well, I think it's funny how you mentioned it. It felt like that first half, didn't even happen. That first half
I was like,
by.
it still doesn't even feel like the game. Like in a weird way, it doesn't even feel like the game started.
Chance for a 2-point lead. Off the back of the glass, rebounded by Descharme. Up to Desante Bowen. Bowen.
Oh, nice
Weaves
split.
through some defenders and drops it in. Soft hands, great finish.
That was a big-time split right there.
He went right down Broadway on that one.
Yeah, that was an easy bucket for him.
George to Peterson. Peterson to George. They're kicking it into Nwoko.
Mike's taking his time, getting that re-entry. Give it right back to him. Trying to do too much.
Loses it out of bounds. It'll be Brewster ball. So Brewster with the 1-point lead. 4 minutes, 49 seconds.
Nwoko's got to make a direct move there. He tried to do too much, a little too much razzle-dazzle, ended up losing it. And now Brewster's going to try to add to that 1-point lead right here on this possession.
4:40 left on the clock. Bowen to Bailey.
Oh.
To Bowen.
Taylor Bowen with the baseline cut, catch, and finish. Brewster up 3.
How will Kobe George and the Burlington School answer? It's in the hands of Zion Walker. He'll step inside the arc, now step out, and he'll kick it to George.
TBS can't panic. They just got to run their offense. Wow, what a move from Miller.
Amari Miller.
He is so big and physical. He just overpowered Reed Bailey on that possession for the 2 points.
Little fancy spin move dropping in the bucket.
That was a spin move, but it wasn't fancy. That was a bully spin move. He laid his back into someone and cracked him. You see Coach Julius V of SoCal Academy in the building, standing next to our director, Bill Sewell. Julius V made the big addition. Got Dior Johnson booting up for his squad.
Huge.
It's going to be unbelievable to see Dior in the Hoop State. This is an event that Dior has wanted to play in for a long time. I remember him DMing the Hoop State Network account like, yo, what up, I'm trying to come to the wall. And I remember talking to him about it this summer. Oh, I love you too, Max. I remember talking about it this summer when I saw him down in Dallas at the Circuit League. And, you know, it's one of those things that we wanted to make work. And like literally just by chance happened to end up transferring there. It's like quite literally the craziest thing in the world. I know prolific prep didn't really work out for him, and now he's heading to SoCal to finish his high school career before heading to Oregon.
The 5-star commit, like you said, heading to Oregon. Not before coming here to play at the one and only John Wall Holiday Invitational. Now back to our action as Bowen will pass to Taylor Bowen. Now to Reed Bailey. The Bowens will swing it around. And Bailey throws it home, but not before a charge can be called. Amari Miller hit the deck and drew it.
I'll tell you what, folks, Amari Miller's playing like a Division I basketball player today. Doing it at both ends of the floor, using those hands to rebound, taking charges, finishing through contact.
We've mentioned he's not a starter before, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, doing it all off the bench as Briggs lets it fly from 3.
Kenai Briggs and Amari Miller lighting this TBS offense up. They lead by 2.
Wow, Kenai Briggs, the confidence on the corner 3. Bernardi's hyped up right now. He feels it. His guys can get this win.
DeSante Bowen to Taylor Bowen. Just off the mark. Rebounded by Pinner.
They're going to run some good offense here. I feel it coming.
They get set. The clock is on.
Oh, wow.
3 ball. Kenai Briggs lighten it up.
Kenai Briggs. We talked about it earlier. He didn't get the ball enough in the third quarter versus Chambers.
Somebody go get the fire extinguisher. That spot on the wing is on fire right now.
And now he's getting the chance in the fourth quarter. The run and plays for him. They run the little DHO. They don't flash out, and he comes in and cashes down his second from the exact same spot. Kenai Briggs has the Burlington School up 5 in crunch time. It's the Hoop State. It's the John Wall Holiday Invitational. If you're not here, you're a loser. If you're tuning in, you're less of a loser. And if you're not tuning in, I don't know what to tell you.
We can't tell them anything. They're not here.
No, they're not here. They're not listening. But guess what? You're missing something crazy because the Burlington School is on the cusp of getting one done for the state of North Carolina. They got 3:09 left. Brewster down 5 with the basketball. We'll see how it shakes out, folks.
Brewster, 9 fouls as well. Something to watch. 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the fourth of this showcase game before we get back to bracket action.
And Brewster, they play Word of God tomorrow. I believe that's at 8:30. And they also play North Carolina Good, Better, Best at 1 o'clock on Wednesday.
So TBS has the clock out there wearing it. Use that in under 5 minutes to represent its winning time.
It's winning time for TBS, and they're up 5 with 3 and change. Uh-oh, Buzelis weaving through.
Buzelis, kick to the corner. Shema can't get it to go. So TBS now, a chance to extend the lead even further. Zion Walker to Kenai Briggs. Briggs gonna try to drive inside. He had that ball swatted as well. Held on to that, firm hands, all the way to the glass.
Kenai Briggs is living up to the moment. He's taken over. He's on a personal 8-0 run right now for the Burlington School, up by 7. Oh, what a move.
Bowen, beautiful move. He's going to draw the foul. DeSante Bowen.
That footwork with the guy on his hip. My goodness. Bowen's going to the line for 2 big ones.
2:21 showing, 7-point lead. And DeSante Bowen really feel like he's got to knock these down. Obviously, it ain't over if he doesn't. However, you just got to, there's just a feeling about the way that Kenai Briggs and Amari Miller are running, the 6th and 7th man, the way that they are just commanding this offense, especially in the absence of Kobe George, the way they've stepped up and are playing in such just a huge moment. It's been amazing to watch. I mean,
they're really like 6th and 7th starters, and I think Ryan Bernardi would be the first one to tell you the fact that these 2 guys, they're seniors transferring in, they're buying into their roles, and not only buying in, but flourishing. And you see what Kenai Briggs has done so far tonight. I'm sure he's not over with. He's still got 141 seconds to work with to try to go keep scoring. But the Burlington School has showed what they can do as Peterson secures the rebound and gives it up to Zion Walker.
Shane Peterson picks up the rebound. Now Zion Walker, lead at 6.
Oh, wow.
Spinning in the paint. Walker puts it in off the glass.
What a quick
oh my goodness.
move from Zion Walker all the way to the basket. The backcourt for TBS is really stepping up.
think my favorite part about that was watching his hair go whoosh.
The thing with that move is, too, he made it so quickly that there was no time for the help to react. Bull Bowen was sitting back there like, wait, he already got by him? He's like 2 feet from me. Like, there's nothing I can do.
That felt like, if anybody remembers, any football fans, Braxton Miller against Virginia Tech.
Oh, yeah.
That just whoosh and gone.
Everybody remembers that. That's had similar vibes.
Just so quick on the turn. Able to knock down the first shot, lead at 7.
Yep.
So making sure the court is clean.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if Bowen can knock down these right here. I think it's a 1-and-1.
He's able to knock down the second. Timeout going to be taken. 6-point advantage for the Burlington School. Getting it done with Kenai Briggs and Amari Miller when they need it most.
Man, oh man, what a game we have here, folks. Hasn't been the most high-flying or electric, but if you look at the way it's kind of played itself out, I mean, this is the high-level matchup you want. Big-time players making big-time plays. You got to love what Kenai Briggs has been doing late. Zion Walker just had the clutch bucket, and Dasante Bowen's not letting his team die down right now. And it's getting to that point where who's going to win this game? Who's going to make the big plays late to win this game? TBS is going to have to hold off a Brewster flurry. Brewster's going to have to really try to put their foot on the gas here and make plays happen. I'm excited to see which team holds up their end of the bargain in the final 2:03.
Taylor Bowen. And Brewster Academy looking to bring it back. It's going to take a lot of work. CBS on the inbound as we hit 2 minutes on the clock. Miller to Briggs. Kenai Briggs inside. Beautiful move.
His body control, taking the bump, is something that young guards need to be watching right now.
Buzelis behind the back pass for Bailey. Inside to Bowen. Bowen. Shot's going to be taken down by Miller, but it'll go off his hands last.
8-point lead. Ryan Bernardi on the cusp of getting, and they've won a state championship. You can make the case that this is the biggest win in the history of their program. Or at least his era there.
One of the biggest leads of the night for TBS. 70-62. Minute 43. Bowen to inbound. And nobody home. TBS ball. As Desharme hit the deck right as they were trying to inbound it. I mean, either way, if it wasn't going to Desharme, it was going to be a turnover as TBS had everybody locked down.
Now, for sure. Here comes Zion Walker. What's he going to do?
Walker to Briggs, the dynamic duo. To Pinner to the outside.
Got to remember, no shot clock. I know Brewster's used to playing with one.
Briggs thought about it. He gets a screen here, trying to drive inside. Good defense for Brewster. They'll kick it back out to Shane Peterson.
They have plenty of time. Like, they got to get up and guard. Minute 12 left, and they call a foul. Not the worst guy to foul. Pinner has struggled from the line tonight. He's got 2 now, so definitely hitting both would feel great. But we'll see. We'll see which ones can do it. That clock is dangling from old boy's neck over there. Winning time for TBS in full effect.
I don't know if you just caught that. Pinner went over to his coach and just was wiping his hands down his back, getting the sweat off it. I love it. Avion Pinner. First shot up and off the mark. Lead stays at 8. Minute and 11 seconds. So Brewster's got to hope he misses this, go down, and you got to knock down a quick shot to at least bring this deficit to 5. Second ball up, but he knocks that one through, lead at 9. So now they'll let it roll. Bowen picks it up, clock starts. Dante Bowen trying to drive inside The little man makes his way up.
That's a big-time finish. Timeout called by Brewster. Get it down to 7 with 1:02 left.
So what's your game plan right now if you're Brewster coming into this timeout? What are you trying to get done?
If I'm Brewster, keep in mind, possession's my way. I'm looking to tie it up. I'm looking to get a jump ball and get a possession back, and that way I can at least play the possession out with the ball and see where we stand from there. And you're going for that, you're going for a steal, and then the foul is the last resort. But you still want to foul relatively quickly, within 10 to 15 seconds tops. But regardless, like being down 7 without the ball, 1:02 left, no shot clock, tough scene. And if I'm being completely honest, like the Burlington School has played really, really well tonight. Shane Peterson hasn't made a shot. Kobe George, I think, has 4 or 6 points. And Big Mike hasn't really imposed his will. It's really been Briggs, Walker, Pinner kind of while he can, and Amari Miller. But Brewster, they have really nobody to look at themselves here. Credit to the Burlington School for doing their job right now. But Brewster, they left a lot to be desired today, and I'm sure that's how they feel. But they still have 1:02 to get it right. And if you're the Burlington School, you're on the verge of getting your program win. Regardless of what I say or what anybody else says, this is a monumental achievement for their program if they're able to hold on and get this done. You just got to play TBS basketball, trust what got you here, and just keep going.
Shane Peterson to inbound. Zion Walker takes it, being guarded by Bowen. Walker kicks it up to Briggs. Briggs driving inside. Nice soft hands, beautiful finish. Briggs has TBS up by 9.
So decisive on the drives, using his strength to shield off defenders. Kenai Briggs continuing to make great things happen.
Trying to swing it inside. Cough it up and then picked back up by Ducharme. Ducharme, floater won't go, gets his own rebound. He'll tip it inside to his teammate off the glass.
And TBS up 9 with the ball. Turnover. Peterson just with a dangerous, unnecessary pass.
Ducharme.
I don't know why Ducharme didn't shoot the 3.
Under the basket. And that's a bucket picked up by Mama.
Little gamesmanship going on. That clock runs. You don't need to pick it up if you don't need to.
Trap in the backcourt. And foul going to be called with 10.7 on the clock.
And man, oh man, it's over, boys. This is all but over. The Burlington School is on the verge of getting that program win. The clock's being held up. It's winning time. Credit to Ryan Bernardi and his group, man. What an unbelievable statement. They already 1-0 in this event. They're on the verge of moving to 2-0, and Kenai Briggs simply carried them late with his shot making and ability to drive to the basket.
Miles Hooker posing for photos on the bench.
That's what he does. I mean, he's the supervisor of morale as well as a great perimeter defender. He's been battling through a knee injury.
10 seconds. Ducharme shot up just off the mark, rebounded by TBS. And with 2 seconds, that's going to do it. Exclamation point to end it.
What a game for the Burlington School, getting the win over Brewster. I don't think anybody expected this, man. Credit to Ryan Bernardi and his team for getting the upset win. It didn't feel like an upset, though. It felt like they were capable of winning this game all along. Maybe we were wrong about the level that Brewster was, but we'll see when they play Word of God tomorrow. But man, oh man, credit to Ryan Bernardi and his guys. I'm about to go give him a congratulations hug because he deserves it, man. What a win. And we'll see you guys in just a little bit for Hansel Emmanuel and Christian Academy getting ready to take on Broughton. We can't wait to see you soon.